Welcome back, Shalligators. Today we're going to continue our unintentional series of talking about the stars of Wicked. Last time we pretty much dragged Ariana Grande to hell and back over her relationship with that man. Photo not available. All right, fine, there it is. Today, I want to elaborate on something we touched on in that video, which is CYNTHIA ERIVO. Am I saying that right? I don't care. Nope, I'm not going to look it up. I hope I'm saying it wrong because she seems like the worst. My God, what a bitchy, triggered, unpleasant woman this is. Everything I read about her, she just gets more and more prickly and unlikable. And listen, it's the social time of the year. It's the time where there's holiday parties, family parties, Christmas parties, Hanukkah parties, all sorts of parties. And you are probably going to have to interface with people who are the worst. The worst. So today, I'm going to tell you how to deal with a rude bitch. Because if you do it right, you only have to do it once. I'm going to break it all down. So if you encounter a CYNTHIA, someone who's overly woke and triggered by everything, someone who is always just undercutting and negging and like subtweeting you in real life, any variety of bitches, my techniques are going to work on because guess what? I don't take a lot of crap and I'm not afraid to stand up for myself. So I'm going to zip you into the Shallon suit and tell you how to deal with these people. But before we do, I am so thrilled to announce my new collaboration with Julie's Gold Coins. Okay, you guys probably noticed that I wear these medallion necklaces in like every video, almost every Instagram. My friend owns the company and I just love them. I love them from the very first time I saw them. I've really been such a supporter of her business and I've loved watching it grow. And we have been working on a little collab for quite a few months now and it's finally here. But it's very limited. All right, this is the necklace. It's called the Peaceful Warrior. Got a whole bunch of them. Well, we don't have a whole bunch of them. We have 9. So there's only 9 available. I'm mailing them out myself, but let me show these to you. Okay, we've got a brass plated chain. This is a roller chain, lobster clasp, and this metal is a very difficult sourced replica of a World War I Belgian war medal called the Peaceful Warrior. Look at her. Isn't she beautiful? Isn't she beautiful? Even the back is cool. Like you could literally wear it flipped back. So this pendant is crafted from a patented silver-plated brass coin. It's enclosed in a zinc alloy bezel. Please don't ask what these things mean. This is Julie's forte, okay? I'm more of like the concept chick. One thing I will tell you about these, I purposely wanted the chains to be kind of lightweight. I hate a heavy chain. I start clawing. And when the chain is really heavy, it means you can't layer it. And I truly think these look amazing when they're layered. I just wanted to wear it solo to show you. You can adjust the length because you can just lobster clasp it onto any one of these things so you can make it short, more, even almost like a choker. You don't want to wear them 24/7. You definitely want to take them off if you're spraying perfume. Don't shower with them. I don't sleep in them. I mean, they're kind of bulky to sleep in, but some people like that. This Victory medal was originally designed by Paul Dubois. He was a sculptor. And so we were really, really lucky to find these replicas. They're extremely difficult. And so that's why we only have 9. Like these really don't exist anywhere else in the world. And both materials are lead and nickel free. So they're safe for sensitive skin. Like I said, there's only 9. The link is right down below. It's a Stripe link. We don't have a storefront. We don't have anything. I am personally mailing them out and you're going to get a little handwritten note from me. They're all going to go out Friday, November 22nd. Only within the US. Sorry, due to customs, we can't ship internationally. It's like a whole fucking thing. Also, one of my friends asked me the other day, she's like, how do you only date rich men? Like, how do I attract men who want to like buy me things? They're not like these broke losers. And by buy me things, I mean like dinner. She's like, I just attract boys who seem to want to be taken care of. I'm like, girl, I wear money. I literally wear coins. I wear money. This projects so much wealth, so much power. It's not like dainty. I love a dainty necklace, but when I want to like be in my feminine power, I go for these style necklaces. Because this girl, the girl who's wearing this, she doesn't put up with a lot of shit. She's not a shrinking violet. She's proud of herself. She's bold, glamorous, and unapologetic. All right, I'm so excited to present these to you guys. Okay, click the link down below. Okay, let's get into CYNTHIA. As I said in the Ariana video, I am not like a musical person. So I think that's making me look at these two in a bit of a harsher light, because it's not like, wow, they're bringing to life these characters I've loved forever. I don't want anything to do with a musical. So the first I heard about Cynthia Erivo, I'm not sure what her background is. Again, I don't care to look. But when the story came out that her and Ariana made a no drama pact on the set of the movie. I thought, isn't that nice? And look at what a charming quote. Neither of us want a drama. We both came into this with the decision that we could do this together as honestly as we possibly could. That's so nice. She is apparently saving the drama for the rest of us. The next time I heard about Cynthia Erivo is when she went absolutely ballistic over a fan rendering of the playbill cover of Wicked. Someone recreated the Wicked playbill cover with the both of them, and Cynthia posted on Instagram, "This is the wildest, most offensive thing I have seen." This is the most offensive things you've ever seen? Here's a word you might want to investigate. Auschwitz. Equal to that awful AI of us fighting. Nobody cares. Equal to people posing the question, is your, I guess, pussy? Is your pussy green? Okay. None of this is funny. None of it is cute. It degrades me. It degrades us. The original poster is an illustration, all caps for some reason. I'm a real life human being. You seem like a monster, not a human. Who chose to look right down the barrel of the camera to you, the viewer, because without words, we communicate with our eyes. What the fuck is she talking about? Our poster is an homage, not an imitation. To edit my face and hide my eyes is to erase me. She's mad that the hat is pulled down over her eyes, which is the playbill cover. And that is just deeply hurtful. Bitch, this woman is what's wrong with America. This woman who thinks that because she's triggered or insulted by something, that gives her a right to be heard. It don't. It don't. I don't give oh my God, I don't even know where to begin. I literally don't even know where to begin to encapsulate everything that is so problematic with this woman's personality and her entire energy. Are you okay? How do you move through life, fame, with this level of triggerability? And then she laughed off how everyone was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? After she posted that, people were like, girl, she laughed it off. I think I'm really protective of the role. They don't exist, by the way. You're not portraying Margaret Thatcher or Golda Meir. They don't exist. They're fake, all right? I'm protective of the role. I'm passionate about it. And I know that the fans are passionate about it. Well, the fans made that, and you went apeshit. It was a human moment of wanting to protect Elphaba. Is that how you say it? I don't care. I hate musicals. I probably should have called my friends, but it's fine. You don't have friends. Girl, what friends? What friends? Those people don't want to hear from you. Can you imagine if you're dealing with your actual real life? You've got a baby, you've got a cheating husband, you're trying to pay your bills, you just got stuck behind some asshole at Target, and you've got Cynthia Erivo with her nose piercing. Ow, I was gonna try to hook this in my nose, but it hurts a lot. And she's calling you up and she's like, you will never guess the pain that I'm dealing with today. Someone made a poster of me in the role that I'm playing. Someone call the Surgeon General. Can you imagine that being one of your friends? It gets better. Don't worry. Don't worry. It gets better. So, Wicked star Cynthia Erivo shocks fans with rude response on the red carpet. So she's at some other premiere. Why are there so many premieres for this movie? Just put it out and let's all move on with our lives. So her and Ariana were asked by AJ Porter of the Mystery Fashionist, that's a mouthful, to share which designers they were wearing and rate outfits, whatever, fashion question. And then he said, what's a common misconception about y'all? If I heard that question, I would assume it's fashion related. Cynthia fucking lost it. Grande gasped. I probably I don't know. Erivo said, I don't know what the common misconception is at all, but that's not a fashion question, is it? Like I said, I would have interpreted it as a fashion question. I would have said something stock like, I think people assume I literally wake up looking like this and that it didn't take 20 people to get me ready, that I'm doing my makeup in the mirror like everyone else is. And then they're like, wait, I don't look like a celebrity on the red carpet. Girl, I don't look like a celebrity on the red carpet. It takes a village. That's what I would have said. That's what I would have said. Or they assume that I could walk all day in heels and that my feet aren't killing me. Part of being a celebrity, not just, there's a difference between I'm an actor, I'm a singer, and I am a celebrity. And this is my point about Chappell Roan. The difference is grace. The difference is being able to roll with whatever is thrown at you with grace. And this is the difference on the micro in our own lives between someone who is successful or unsuccessful. Do you know what this is? Do you know what this actual word is? Charm. Charm. I am very socially successful. I outlined exactly how I have penetrated incredibly high-level social circles, elevated myself. I did this in our EVA week this year on the Shallon Lester. You can go ahead and binge it. It's the art of social climbing, and I break it all down. And I'm sure to make the point that, like, listen, I hear things and jokes and opinions all the time that I don't love or agree with, or that might even make me mad. Charm is what you don't say. Charm is how you handle something when it's not going your way. Anyone can be charming and gracious when they're getting their ego stroked and everything is lining up exactly the way they prefer it. The true testament to a person, a successful person, whether that's on a red carpet or in a relationship or in a boardroom or at brunch, is how do you act when the going gets tough? How do you act when you're not getting what you want? CYNTHIA ERIVO melts the fuck down, melts down. I cannot even believe she got this role. I think it was almost, I don't know if it was a woke hire or whatever. Not like, okay, I cannot imagine having to work with that woman for 45 minutes, let alone the months it took to film this. And I think that maybe her pact with Ariana about no drama, I hope you got that notarized, because I would take her ass to court, because it's the drama now. She's the drama now. And true, like, this generates clicks and headlines, and I'm doing a video on it, that's fine. I love it when someone's messy. It's more money for me. I get to make a video. But on an interpersonal level, Jesus Christ. I don't know what a common misconception is. I have heard this kind of rhetoric and this attitude from a lot of celebrities over the years. You ready for these D-list names? Julianne Hough. Remember this asshole? Yeah. She was one of the rudest, most awful people I've ever had to liaise with when I was an editor at Star Magazine for a very long time. I've been in celebrity journalism my entire career until I was a YouTuber. Let's see, yeah, Julianne Hough, the who's who of Nobody Cares. Lily Reinhart from Riverdale, she went a big bunch of fucking nowhere because on the red carpet, she was exactly this kind of asshole. She was exactly this kind of asshole. Do you have any idea how talented you have to be to cancel out that kind of attitude? Guess what? There is no answer, because if you think you are irreplaceable, so talented, multi-hyphenate, affirmative action hire, whatever it is, there are 1,000 other people, at least just as much talent, just as much ability, with a hell of a lot of more grace and charm, who are willing to roll with it, who are willing to look at a reporter and say, you know what? I'm at work right now on this carpet. You're at work right now on the other side of the velvet rope. We're coworkers in this. We're collaborators. I'm going to give you what you need. You're going to be respectful. Like, we're all in this together, okay? You want to do your job and go home? Same. I got a redheaded married man to go shag. It's a busy day. Let's just do this. The most successful celebrities that I ever worked with were the ones who got that. Namely Kim Kardashian. Excellent person to interview. On time. And that sounds like a given. I mean, celebrities will keep you waiting for hours. Hours. As if my time has no value. As if I have no other job, no one else to interview, nothing to do. Kim, on time, she looks you in the eye, she's present, she clears the room, she doesn't let anyone interject. She knows you need a pull quote. She knows what you need, and she is there to help you get what you need so that you feel warm and fuzzy towards her and you help her get what she needs. Promotion for her clothing line, promotion for this. A good reputation so she gets more opportunities. And Kim took a blowjob and turned it into $1 billion. You can trash Kardashians all you want. You cannot deny the success. And that is the root of it. And so when I did my social climbing course, I thought a lot about the Kardashians and how they started from a place of like relative privilege for sure. But they got a foot in the door and they kicked that fucking door open. They blew up the wall the door was on and they created a new landscape, and they did so via charm. Because exactly, they don't even have talent. Can you not appreciate how much more impressive it is that they've achieved what they have? Again, the blowjob. I think it was a good blowjob with the twisty, the Kim K Indian burn. They love that. They just like it when you use two hands because they're like, well, it's so big. You're like, okay. Even if you've got a few fingers lifted because you don't need two hands. They love it. They love a good, I needed to use two hands. Do men have to lie to us? Like, what's the equivalent lie? You're so tight? I don't know. I don't feel like it's a point of pride for a girl to be tight the way it is for a man to be big. And yet, I have no idea, like, we have no idea the tightness scale. It's like, I don't have any other data points with other women, and I feel like men have the opportunity to look at other men's wieners constantly. Or at the very least, like high school and college when they play sports. Boys, that is your wiener data collection time. Like, really go for it. Look at every wiener you possibly can and start to get a little context. Or don't, and then we can gaslight you. Oh my God, so much easier. Glad we covered that. Okay. So Cynthia seems like the worst. Like the worst. And I bring up people like Lily Reinhart and I forgot the other one, whatever. Because exactly, where are they? What are they doing? They're like doing things, but they're not A or even B list. They had their shot. And yeah, I guess they're talented, but it takes more than talent. Because like I said, everyone here is talented. Everyone here is talented. You're at the combine. Everyone's a winner. So I'm just real curious where Cynthia is going to go. But let's pivot to what we can learn about this. It's like I said, it's a social season. And I want you saying yes to things. We talked about this in the art of social climbing. Closed mouths don't get fed. A new social circle will not find you in your home. An alpha male will not find you in your home. CEO position, ditto. You got to put yourself out there. You have to make connections, and that means you have to be nice and open-minded to everyone. Until it's obvious they're out for blood. When I was in ROTC, I almost joined the Army. I was in Army ROTC in college. It was incredible. It truly shaped who I was. But one thing that was drilled into us was the concept, and you guys probably know where I'm going with this, peace versus victory. They said you must always evaluate what your enemy is after. Is it peace? Hey, if it is, usually you can find a solution pretty easily, often without a lot of violence or loss of life. But if they're after victory, okay. And I think that like, this is what comes down to like Israel-Palestine. Are they both after peace? Are they both after victory? Is one after one after the other? I don't know, man. But I would bet that that's the differential. That's the differential. And so I evaluate people in my life. Are you after peace or are you after victory? If you're in the Shallon entourage, you've been hearing me rant about my best friend turned mortal enemy here in Bozeman named Terry. I have been after peace in that relationship, and I see so clearly now, nope, she's after victory. She's after destruction. Destruction. And victory for these people is usually exactly that. It's the annihilation of the enemy. So if I'm at a party and I'm talking to someone and they maybe make a joke that I don't love, or, it's like, all right, not everything is going to land. Not everything's going to be funny. Something might be unintentionally offensive. I let it go. I let it go. But I'll only let something go so many times. Once is an outlier. 2, let's just say coincidence. 3, pattern. And once I see that there's a pattern, I was in for peace 1 and 2. Number 3, Well, now we're after victory. And my methods of achieving victory are outgunning yours, because I'm willing to do and say things that I bet you that person won't do. When I encounter people who are rude, they are usually looking for an easy ego win. Just a little, and they just want to feel like the big man. They want to like get one over on me. They're feeling triggered by me. Maybe they're just feeling triggered by the world and they're a fucking weakling beta and they're just going to bite at anyone. And it's pretty indiscriminate and they're just going to like, and they're going to see who's going to like cower and bow down to them. This is what we see with people who are social justice warriors. You're so problematic. Wow. They're just looking for quick capitulation from the enemy. And some people will give it to them. Not me. And it's the best because people look at me and stupid people only see the outside. I'm short. I'm a fairly small person. I'm blonde. I'm very like girly. You know, I'm like usually overdressed. I got a lot of lip gloss. I got the nails, the backs, whatever. Shiny things. And they think she's just a silly goose. She's just a dummy. Boy, oh boy, those are my favorite people because they walk themselves into such a trap. I am a coiled viper. I'm a shark in a princess costume. Please get closer. Please get closer. A smart person detects what's very closely underneath the surface. And so these people, yeah, they're looking for the ego win. And again, maybe just from life and they're just pissy about life. Maybe it's you specifically that's triggering them. Generally, one begats the other. They're triggered just by life. They're insecure, they're bitchy, they're beta, they're weak-egoed losers. And you just pressed on that. So they're going to come after you. They're going to say something smart. They're going to pop their mouth off. And this might not be a stranger. This might be your aunt popping off to you. Why don't you have kids? What's with your weight? Did you really vote for that person? And they might just be looking a claw. And you know what? They might come to you looking for that ego win because in the past, it might have worked. You might have taken the bait. You might have rolled over. We've all been there. We have all been there. I was not born as this kind of weapon. I mean, I was pretty close to being born, but I had to develop it because I look back on a huge chunk of my life when I was the one rolling over. I wanted people to like me. I didn't want to make waves. I was okay with making waves inside myself to spare the waves being on the external. Oh, I don't want to make this dinner awkward. Oh, I don't want to make this conversation awkward. Oh, I don't want someone to see me as a bitch. So I will swallow all of this insult, all of this uncomfortableness that I feel. I don't want anyone to be awkward. I will feel awkward and I will go home and I will hate myself a little bit more every day until I don't even need someone at a party to be a bitch to me. I'll be a bitch to me. I will look myself in the mirror and be like, you're so fucking ugly. Look how fat you are. Wow. Of course that guy didn't like you. Of course you're not getting the promotion. Look at you. Look what a loser you are. You won't need a bully. You'll be the bully. You won't need them to constantly label you. You'll label yourself. You are now part of their gang and the enemy is yourself. And on some level, you'll know that. You'll know that you're doing this to yourself. The enemy inside the gates is in fact you. And you'll start to get pretty ashamed of yourself. And you're going to start to not really believe in yourself anymore. And so, yeah, when that promotion comes, you're not going to go for it. When the fuckboy reveals himself, what are you going to do? Block him? Okay. When there's a friend who people tell you not to trust, you're going to. The world won't need to step up and hurt you. You've got that covered. And you don't think it starts at a party. You don't think it starts at Thanksgiving dinner. But it does. It can. And if everything I just said sounds very familiar to you, the good news is you can stop it today. You can stop that today. And every step away from the wrong direction is a step in the right direction. Because what's worse? Okay, I've lived 27 years like that. You want to live 27 years in 1 week like that? Or you want to stop today, girl? So this is how I repel people like this. Because Once I realized none of these people that I'm trying to spare the awkwardness, they're not paying my bills. They're not holding my hand when I'm upset. They're not here for me. They're not inside my mind. They're not cleaning my house and making my bed. I have to depend on me. And so the only person I 100% need to be pleasing is me. Even if my family is doing so much for me, they're not doing more than I need to be doing for myself. That's just life. It got much easier to be like, shut the fuck up. I don't say it like that. I'm going to tell you what I actually say, but it was so much easier for me to unleash that energy. That energy of, who do you think you're talking to right now? How dare you? To dial down the silly goose and dial up the sociopath. Dial up the predator. Dial up the eagle. So that, yeah, you can look at my hair and my outfit and my makeup, but you look in my eyes and you're going to see what I really am. And if you have two brain cells to rub together, you're going to take a step back and you're going to look for that little ego win somewhere else. Like I said, I hope you don't, girl. Come closer. I've talked about this a lot in the Shallontourage. I need an outlet. I need an enemy. I love having an enemy. It gives me an outlet for this ball of power. Power, it's a two-sided coin. You have the power to create really amazing things. That means you have the power to destroy. And I need an outlet for both of those. Everything must be balanced. So when someone pops off to me, I'm like, oh, thank you. It's like I've been running all day long and now you give me the opportunity to stretch. It's like, ooh, this balance, this is perfect. So let's say you're dealing with a CYNTHIA ERIVO who has a problem with everything. She's bitchy and she kind of puts everyone on eggshells. Here's something you can say. That was a rude question. Bah, bah, bah. She's popping off at you. Or she's just, whatever. She's spinning out. She's wilding out. You look at them. You pause. Okay? This is the first thing to do to become scary and a bad bet for these kinds of bullies. Silence. Silence. Silence is the hardest thing in the world for people to achieve. Everyone wants to blah, 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 express themselves, whether it's on the macro and they want to like send that demented text that's this long, right? You run through ChatGPT 10 times. They want to do that, or they want to shuck and jive to fill the silences. Villains are quiet. Predators are quiet, pretty much. And so when someone says something rude to you, I have cultivated this response, okay? I have forced my body to do this until it's muscle memory. I smile. You don't let the smile touch your eyes. See? Versus, we're like, that's legit. Like, ah! Like, that's a real smile. You don't want it to look real. You want it to look socio. See how only the bottom half of my face moves? And the eye contact stays on them. Because you're a predator and you're zeroing in on them. They think they're the predator. You're going to show them that you're the bigger dog in the yard. Then you cock your head. And you keep your eyes fixed. Try to blink as little as possible. Or if you do blink, make it this is so fucking weird. This is the weirdest video ever, but it's helpful. Make it almost like an animalistic, like how a hawk would blink. Like you're surveying your prey, right? You give a little smile, like they're playing into a plan you've already had. That is extremely unnerving to people who are looking for power. Because they think in this moment, I got her. She's going to back down. She's going to do whatever I say. When you act like, actually, girl, you're exactly where I wanted you to be. Here's something you can say after that. Looks like everyone was right about you. What a simple and terrifying phrase. It looks like everyone was right about you. What? That's gonna snap them out of this train that they're on that they think they're in control of, and they're gonna be like, what do you mean? This goes to the heart of everyone's biggest fear, which is social exclusion. We talk about the Maslow's hierarchy of needs all the time. The lowest need, the bottom need, food and shelter. The one right above that, the thing we need almost as much as food and shelter, is social inclusion. We need a tribe. And if you make someone feel like they are already on the outside of a tribe and they don't even know it, because remember, we're a risk machine. We want to be able to predict risk. To not only not be able to predict when a tribe is going to throw you out, but to not even know that they already have. Terrorizing. Terror. You want to push on that. Because again, the whole point of this is that these people don't come back looking for an easy win with you ever again. Not ever. Not ever. You do it once, you do it right, you don't have to do it again. Looks like everyone was right about you. What do you mean? You don't have to say anything else. You sit in the silence. You sit in the silence. This also works if you can't master the sociopath smile. This is the other way to go, is bless your heart. The bless your heart. If you are not a Southern woman, like an American Southern woman, you might not understand the gravity and the burn that is, bless your heart.